Okay, so I just recapped the video where we concluded and explained that Google was the best run technology company in America and the second biggest behind Apple, which was the biggest and second best technology company. And then crappers were Meta and Microsoft, who have underperformed these two other corporations and are now worth less in value than Google and Apple. So it goes Apple, Google, Google, Apple, then Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon. I didn't mention, but Amazon crapping as well. Amazon really crapping. I like the other guys are at least gaining something, and Amazon is going down. Jesus. So Amazon in the crapper, Microsoft, Meta, mediocre, and Google and Apple, great. Now, the other three stocks that concern me are Disney, Netflix, and Uber. Disney, Netflix, and Uber. Let me check Uber. And, these guys are around the same valuation. Like, the big guys were around the same valuation. Facebook 1.7 trillion, Microsoft 3 trillion, Google 4 trillion, Apple 4 trillion, Amazon 2 trillion, in the trillions. These guys, Uber, Disney, Netflix, are in between 2 and 400 billion. 2 and 400 billion. But they are growing. Like the fastest growth in the past 5 years, Uber has gone up 66%. Netflix in the past 5 years has gone up 101%. And in the past 5 years, Disney has gone down 32%. In the past 1 year, Uber has gone up 38%. Netflix has only gone up 7% in the past 1 year. And Disney in the past 1 year has gone down 10%. So, like Uber, why is it going up 38% in 1 year? It's because I've been using Uber and following it a lot, and they've been increasing prices, okay? That's what I'm not a fan of. Because why am I not a fan of increasing prices? First of all, I feel that it's like abusing the consumer. Anytime you increase prices rampantly, they are rampantly increasing prices. I'm talking 100-fold increase on fees as well. You get a $30 order from Starbucks or somewhere, a sandwich store, $30 order. Every time you get a $30 order, the fee is $15 to $20. $15 to $20 is the fee. And it didn't used to be like that. The fee used to be $2. The fee used to be $2. Now it's a $30 order on top of the inflation of food prices as well. So now instead of a $2 fee, it went to $4, and then it went to $5. Now it's $15 to $20 for a $30 order. Over 50% is the fees always on ordering. Over 50%. And another reason why I'm against Uber specifically raising their prices is because the money's not going to the drivers. Every time I go on Reddit forums and wherever and I ask, is it worth it to be an Uber driver? And they're like, you make all your money from tips. And people never tip Uber drivers. If they do, they tip like a dollar. And I'm the one tipping like 15 to 20% every order. So rampant raising their prices, taking advantage of food prices and the consumer by hundreds of folds of times, and not paying their staff. You can see it in the expenses as well. If you go to Uber's expenses, their expenses are not going up, but their revenue and profits are skyrocketing. So wages are part of expenses. those aren't increasing. However, why is Uber going up 38% in 1 year? Is because with this increase in prices and whatever, on the other side, they're actually innovating. They're actually working and trying to innovate. So now you got Uber rides, Uber packages, Uber send mail, send a delivery item, Uber comfort, Uber airport, Uber schedule a ride, Uber food delivery, Uber catering. Like, they got Uber everything. Uber rent a car. Now they're gonna go, like, I don't know, Uber services, whatever. So Uber added a lot. They added routes, drivers, ratings, profiles, safety, maps, and all sorts of shit you can get on Uber now. So for the stores that they go to and the food stores, they got all the food stores. They got so all the selections, and so Uber really mapped out, pun intended, mapped out their business model to the maximum, to the extreme. And that's why in 1 year they've gone up 38%. And in 5 years, 66%. And that puts them at $190 billion. Which passes Disney, which is now at 188 billion. So about 1 billion less than Uber. So Disney is 1 billion less than Uber. And they've gone down. I don't know why Disney's going down though. I don't know much about their business model. They've gone down 10% in the past year, and they used to be at, and not even that's not even as concerning that they've gone down 10% in 1 year, but in 2020 they were worth 80% more than what they're worth today. So they were worth like almost as much as Netflix. They were worth more than Netflix, because Netflix is worth $425 billion. And in the past 5 years, they've gone up 100%. So Netflix used to be at 200 billion, and Disney used to be at nearly 400 billion 5 years ago. Now, Netflix is 400 billion, and Disney is 200 billion less than 200 billion today. And Uber is 200 billion coming up in the past 5 years from like 100 billion. So I know why Uber did well. Uber did well because they increased their prices, but they innovated and they put a lot of technology and engineering and effort into it. Netflix went up in the past 5 years. They got a lot of movies and TV shows. Like, I don't use Netflix that much, but I know they got a ton, because every so often a fun fact pops up. Netflix got like hundreds of thousands of original shows and crap like that. And I guess they're always coming out with original programming and more shows and movies. And now they purchased Warner Bros. Disney, so that gives them Discovery Channel, that gives them HBO Max, Friends, Big Bang Theory, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, right? So, and they got DC as well. Warner Bros. Had DC. There are a ton of movies that are made by Warner Bros. As well. So they got DC, Discovery, HBO, huge names, just to name a few, as well as some big news companies, either CNN or Fox. Maybe not Fox, but CNN probably. So they got that as well as all their movies. They got some big Harry Potter. So they got big ass movies as well. Are always made by Warner Bro. So they got that now. They sent out an email saying they're not going to raise their prices just yet. So, but at the same time, Netflix is the most expensive streaming provider in the world. More than anyone. They got packages, standard definition, HD family bundle, premium, whatever. No ads, whatever. But they got the most expensive one and the most content. Disney has like a 1,000 shows, and Netflix has like 1,000,000. So but like for me personally, I watch sports. So mainly I watch sports and YouTube. But for my streaming, I like Disney. I like Amazon Prime. Why Amazon Prime? Because when fresh movies come out, they get released to Amazon Prime first. They don't come out on Netflix. They don't come out on Disney. Even though they end up on HBO, Netflix, or Disney, they never get released there. They get released onto Amazon Prime, where you gotta pay for it. So you gotta pay for it, and then you can watch fresh releases. So that's why I like Amazon Prime. As well as all the big hits that don't want to go on to Netflix or Disney or HBO, the big movies, remain on Amazon Prime. And you get them either through Amazon Prime or you got to pay to buy them. Okay, so the big movies remain on Amazon Prime. So that's why I like Amazon Prime, because that's where the big movies are. I like Disney because I like the content style. I like that fantasy style. They got Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney. And as well on Amazon Prime, you got everything in one. So you can get your sport through Amazon Prime. You can subscribe. So it's one app. So you don't gotta go to your sports app, go to Paramount, go to HBO, go to Hollywood Suites, go to MGM, go to Stack TV, go to City TV, go to CNN, whatever. It's all on Amazon Prime. So Amazon is partnered with everybody, which means you go to your Amazon Prime and you got subscriptions, and you can subscribe to HBO, Sports, TSN, Paramount, and whatever, and you got them all on Amazon Prime. And now, when you search your Amazon Prime for movies and shit, all the content from HBO, Paramount, City TV, whatever, is going to pop up right on your Amazon Prime. So it's like having all the apps in one. So instead of subscribing to Paramount, who uses their own app, which is a pile of garbage, I subscribe to Amazon Paramount onto Amazon. And then it uses the Amazon app, which is very good. But like Disney is not on Amazon. Netflix is not on Amazon. So Amazon, Netflix, and Disney are the main competitors. Everything else can be found on can be subscribed through Amazon. Now I can't really so I know why Uber is doing well, but I can't really put my finger on comparing Netflix's success with Disney's disappointment. I don't know. I don't work in the business. I don't know how this works. I don't, because I don't follow it enough. I use Uber all the time. I use Microsoft all the time. I use Google all the time. I use YouTube all the time. Spotify, SoundCloud, I use them all the time. Amazon, I deduce how Amazon Prime works and Amazon Shopping works, but with I don't watch a lot of either Netflix or Disney, so I don't know how the business models work really. I mean, Disney's got theme parks and merchandise and resorts and cruises and Netflix only has Netflix programming, but they got studios as well. And does Disney have studios? I mean, Netflix has a Hollywood like a studio to produce original movies as well as buying stuff, and Disney also produces stuff as well as buying stuff. So I can't really compare them, and I can't really say why one would be better than the other, other than sheer numbers, sheer volume. Like Netflix has millions and Disney only has thousands. Let me see. Let me just Google. Let me just ask Google. Why is Netflix doing much better than Disney? Let's just see what Google says. So, Netflix success over Disney Plus can be attributed to vast library, wide range of interests and demographics, subscription model. But Disney is cheaper, That's what I don't get. Like, when I was going to college, everybody had Netflix, but at the time, Netflix was $20+. And Disney at the time was $7-8. And the girls I talked to, they were like, "Oh, I love Disney. It's my favorite, but it's the only bundle I don't have." And I'm like, "Dude, it's $8 a month, and you pay for Netflix, HBO, Amazon Prime. These are all $22 a month. Disney's $8 a month, and you don't want to pay $8 a month." So when it says subscription model, Disney's also got advantages because it's a lot cheaper. $8 versus $24, and now it's like $30. I guess foreign markets. No, this didn't say anything. It just said, so it said content, wide range of content. Okay, I'll give it that one. But then all these other points are foreign markets, ad-supported plans, subscription model, and pricing adjustments. You can't run a business based on pricing strategy unless the streaming business. So does pricing strategy? My whole professional career, I've always advocated you cannot rely on pricing strategies to keep your business afloat and grow your business. You need innovation. But maybe in this business, pricing strategies matter? What the hell? What the hell? Let me see an article from October 1st this year. Jesus. Pop-ups. This also tells me, this article from October this year, it's just giving me pricing. Premium pricing, ad-based pricing, Disney Plus nostalgia. So what I'm bringing is content. Now, Disney partnered with ESPN. Okay, that's big. ESPN Sports, that's huge. And Hulu. And as well as Stars and the Kardashians and cooking and shit like that. So Disney has some partners as well. They got Sports and Hulu and Stars, which is like African American, and Kardashians and stuff like that. And as well as the animes, Simpsons, Family Guy, Futurama, Cleveland Show, Bob's Burgers, and stuff like that. No South Park, but South Park's only on Amazon. So Disney has some partnerships. Okay, that's good. And it's got Star Wars and Marvel. Those are huge. Those are huge. Marvel and Star Wars. Come on. And what I am bringing is more content for Star Wars, Marvel, and classic Disney. And as well as the rating. I'm keeping it Disney style. I'm not making X-rated Marvel. I'm not making R-rated Star Wars, like crazy R-rated. So I'm keeping it teen in so it's accessible the way Disney is accessible. So I'm bringing a variety of content. And we got partnered with sports and Hulu and that stuff. But like, why is it going down? How can Netflix go up 100% and Disney go down 50%? I don't get it. Is it just the pricing plan? Is it just the pricing plan? Damn, I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I got to find out a longer time span. I got to find a longer time span of the stock price. I got to find 10 years, not just, Google only tells me up to 5 years. Can I go 10 years? Okay. Okay, here, yes, I can. Okay. Netflix started in 2002 and Disney started in 1985. Let's go around 2002. So around 2002, Disney was worth about a fifth of what it is now. So it was worth about a fifth. So it's 200 billion now. It was worth 40 billion in 2002. And Netflix in 2002 was worth nothing. Netflix only became valuable in 2018. In 2018, Netflix became a third of what it is now. So around 170 billion. So 2018 was when Netflix took off and became worth 170 billion. 2018. And Disney in 2002 was worth 40 billion. And did they get up to 180 billion in 2018? In 2018, they were worth more than what they're worth now. So 2018, they were worth over 200 billion. So they were growing fine. They were beating Netflix. What happened? They were beating Netflix. They went from 40 billion to more than what they're at now in 2018. They're from 40 billion to 200 billion, and now they're at 180 billion. So, and Netflix went up to 180 billion. What happened since 2018? It's just for the past 5 years. It's just in the past 5 years. 2019 was good. 2021 was fantastic. 2021 was fantastic. And then right after 2020, get this, in 2021, they were worth nearly 400 billion. And now they're 180 in 2021. And it just crashed after 2021. That's why it went down. Okay, not 40% drop, but a 30% drop. 30% drop. I don't know what happened. In 5 years, what happened at Disney? Let me ask Google again. Why did Disney stock drop 30% in 5 years? I don't know what happened. Hmm. Okay, so uh, losses in direct to consumer segment. So I guess you order something off of Disney or Disney Prime, and more pressure on theme parks. So more pressure on theme parks and more losses in Disney Prime. That's why it went down, which resulted in less money and stock shareholders like money. So less direct to consumer and theme parks under pressure, and less money. Let me check down Disney. So it's pretty even. It's pretty even. They get around 30 billion from theme parks and experiences. 30 billion. 40 billion from entertainment, and 20 billion in sports. Now, the entertainment is 40 billion, the theme parks are 30 billion, the sports are 20 billion, and the Disney Plus is only 5 billion. That's the direct content sales and licensing. Uh Damn. So it's 40 billion in entertainment, 30 billion in theme parks, 20 billion in sports, 5 billion in like extra stuff. Let me see if I can find out how much they're growing. So the entertainment part, the biggest sector, is not really growing. Theme parks are growing at 8%. The entertainment is not really growing. Theme parks are growing at 8%. And sports are growing at 3%. Damn. ESPN, bro. Only 3% growth. Sports are growing at 3%. Theme parks at 8%. And and the CEO changed. In 2020, they changed to a different CEO, and now they're back to their original CEO since 2012. There's just no growth. I mean, no growth. Sports 3%, entertainment 2%, theme parks 8%. So some of the factors in growing an entertainment business is to target the audience and the market. Differentiate, so they do differentiate themselves from their competitors, and they do have a competitive advantage. they need to connect more with their audience and the market. And they have partnerships. They have ESPN and Hulu and Star Wars and Marvel. And it says you need funding. So you need funding to fund projects. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Netflix has brand, so global brand, tier ad-based revenue, tiered packages, but also it's introducing live TV. Live, like it's got some games on there and like TikTok style stuff. So that would coincide with the entertainment factor of Disney, not the theme parks, which are doing well. 8% growth in theme parks is fine. 3% growth in sports. I mean, that's sports' fault. That's not Disney's fault. That's sports' fault. Sports are dying. Sports are dying. I don't know why sports are dying. I'm hooked on sports. Sports are apparently dying. ESPN, they throwing everything they can at it, and it's only growing by 3%. Netflix has this. Google is growing. YouTube is growing. Netflix has some games and live videos and uploads and short forms and whatever. So we got to add that too, just like that. But we work with a lot of younger audiences, so I don't know if we're qualified to do that. What can we do? Now this is where I come in. We done the research. We done the comparisons. We done the historical analysis. We done the financials, the business metrics. Now we need my input. What can I do? I'm giving content. So I'm giving content. What can we do? Let's see. We got The Simpsons, we got Futurama, we got Family Guy, we got Star Wars, Marvel, classic Disney, theme parks. I mean, maybe there's somewhere we could tie in the entertainment industry. We got all these licenses and stuff like that and content. Maybe there's somewhere we could, but we did. We tied in the licenses and the content with the theme parks and the merchandise. So merchandise, theme parks, and now we got sports. Merchandise and theme parks are tied in with the content. I mean, we did tie it in. I mean, fucking theme parks. How else can we make the content engaging? How can we make the content engaging? Maybe there's games like Marvel Rivals came out. Maybe we gotta go into games. I think that's the answer. Because we got sports. We gotta get the games as well. You got some Avengers games. You got some Star Wars games. We need more games. We need more games. And if you can play those games on the Disney app, so you don't need like uploading TikTok style videos and comments and all that stuff because it's a younger audience, but you can get games. You can get games on there. So you can get games on the app and games in the real world. Games in the actual separate games. Because we got Star Wars, we got Marvel. I'm creating content as well. We can get games to go with the content I'm creating and the content we already have. Lion King games. Classical Disney style games. And then you can build upon each other. You make a game, you make entertainment. You make a game, make a movie. Make a game, make a show. You put something on Disney Plus, you make a game. You make a game, you put something on Disney. You go to a theme park. You go to a theme park, game, Disney. Sports. Anime, Simpsons, Futurama. Because Netflix can't do that. Netflix can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Netflix got their games, which are shit, and it's got their short form videos and TikTok style videos and original programming and brand recognition and price plans and huge content. But it can't get games or theme parks. No one's going to go to a Netflix theme park. No one's going to go to buy Netflix merchandise. Maybe a little bit. And no one's going to play Netflix games. But we got games, theme parks, merchandise, niche category, and we can add content like that, quality content that appeals to different audiences. And we're a cheaper price plan. And we got sports as well. We got sports, ESPN. I think that'll work. All right. Games, sports, theme parks, merchandise, entertainment, content. Got it. And now it is just 1 + 1, 1 + 1. Routine. Hustle. Got it. Quality video. 45 minutes. We got the solution. Good Zoom call. Good business meeting. All right. Now we covered Uber, Disney, Netflix. And now we got our streaming under wraps with sports. And I don't know why sports is dying. We could add that, but I don't know why sports is dying. People, the younger audience, it's because the younger audience, sports is big on the bigger audience, but the younger audience is not into sports. too much games and stuff. I don't know. And social media. But we got Disney. All right. So cheers to the future. Live long and prosper. May the force be with us.